Hello everyone, welcome back to Mona Patil Tutorials. Today we are going to learn a very interesting chapter of Maharashtra Board Class 9 Science and Technology 2, that is Heredity and Variation, lesson number 16. So, inheritance. Inheritance is the branch of biology which studied the transfer of characteristics of one generation to the next, and gene in particular is called genetic. So, new progeny is formed through the process of reproduction. Except for a new or few minor differences, the offspring shows great similarities with parents. Organisms produced by asexual reproduction show minor variation. However, offspring produced through asexual reproduction show comparatively greater variation. So you can see in the diagram there is a variation in uh, facial feature, the nose and lips. Here the attachment of the earlobe. Here you can see the one lobe is attached and one is free lobe. Hairline, eyes, eyebrows, all these are the variation. Now this variation bring due to the heredity. So what is the heredity? Transfer of characteristics from parents to offspring is called heredity. It is due to heredity that puppies are similar to dogs, squabs are similar to pigeons, and infants are similar to humans. These similarities and differences are all the effect of heredity. Now, inherited traits and expression of traits. So, information is necessary for protein synthesis in the cell, stored in a DNA. The segment of DNA which contain all information for synthesis of a particular protein is called gene. For that protein, so it is necessary to know the relationship of this protein with the characteristics of organism. To understand the concept of heredity, let us consider the characteristics plant height. We know that there are growth hormones in plants. Increases in height of plants depend upon the quantity of growth hormones. The quantity of growth hormones produced by plant depend upon the efficiency of the concerned enzyme. Efficient enzyme produce in a greater quantity of the hormone, due to which the height of the plant increases. However, if the enzymes are less efficient, a smaller quantity of hormone is produced, leading to a stunting of the plant. Stunting means dwarf plant. Okay, so their growth may be less. Then chromosomes. So the structure in the nucleus of cell that carries the hereditary characteristics is called the chromosomes. It is made up of mainly of nucleic acid and proteins. During cell division, chromosomes can be clearly seen under the compound microscope. Genes, which contain the information about the hereditary characteristics in coded form, are located on chromosome. Each species has a specific number of chromosomes. Each chromosome is made up of DNA and it appears dumbbell shape. Here, midpoint of this shape is constricted region. Okay, and it is called the primary constriction or also called as centromer. This is divided the chromosome into two parts. Each part is called an arm. The centromer has specific position in each chromosome. Depending upon this, there are four types of chromosome. So here metacentric, submetacentric, acrocentric and telocentric. So one by one we will see these all type of chromosome. First, metacentric. The centromer is exactly at the midpoint in this chromosome and therefore the chromosome looks like the English letter V. The arm of this chromosome are equal in length. Second is the submetacentric. The centromer is the somewhere near the midpoint in this chromosome, which therefore look like English letter L. One arm is slightly shorter than the other. Then third one is the acrocentric chromosome. The centromer is near one end of the chromosome, which therefore look like English letter J. One arm is much smaller than other. And fourth one is the telocentric. The chromosome is right at the end of chromosome, making the chromosome look like English letter I. This chromosome consists of only one arm. Generally, in somatic cell, chromosomes are in the pair. If the pair consists of similar chromosome by shape and organization, they are called homologous chromosome. And if they are not similar, they are called heterologous chromosome. In case of organisms that reproduce sexually, one of the chromosomal pair is different from all others. Chromosomes of the different pair are called sex chromosome or allosomes, and all other chromosomes are called autosomes. Next is the DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid. Chromosomes are mainly made up of DNA. This acid was discovered by the Swiss biochemist Friedrich Micher in 1869. While studying white blood cell, initially this acid was reported to be only in the nucleus of the cell. Hence, it was named nucleic acid. However, it was later realized that it is present in other part of the cell too. Molecules of DNA are present in all organisms from viruses and bacteria to human beings. These molecules control the functioning, growth and division of the cell and are therefore called master molecule. The structure of DNA molecule is the same in all organisms. In 1953, Watson and Crick produced a model of the DNA molecule. You can see here this scientist. As per this model, two parallel threads of nucleotides are coiled around each other. This arrangement is called double helix. This structure can be compared with a coiled and flexible ladder. Each strand in molecule of DNA is made up of many small molecules known as nucleotides. There are four types of nitrogenous bases: adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. Adenine and guanine are called purines, while cytosine and thymine are called pyrimidines. In the structure of nucleotides, a molecule of nitrogenous base and phosphoric acid are each joined to a molecule of sugar. As there are four types of nitrogenous bases, nucleotides also are four types. Nucleotides are arranged like a chain in molecule of DNA. The two threads of the DNA molecule are comparable to two rails of a ladder, and each rail is made up of alternately joined molecule of sugar and phosphoric acid. Each rung of the ladder is pair of nitrogenous bases joined by hydrogen bond. Adenine always pair with the thymine and cytosine always pair with the guanine. Next, gene. So each chromosome is made up of a single DNA molecule. Segments of the DNA molecule are called gene. Due to variety in the sequence of nucleotide, different kind of gene are formed. These genes are arranged in a line. Gene control the structure and function of the cell and of the body, and also they transmit the hereditary characteristics from parent to offspring. Hence, they are said to be the functional unit of heredity. That is why many similarities are seen between parents and their offspring. Information about protein synthesis is stored in the gene. So you can see the structure. Adenine always pair with the thymine and guanine with the cytosine. So it is pyrimidine and purine, and this one pyrimidines. The next is ribonucleic acid, that is RNA. So RNA is the second important nucleic acid of the cell. This nucleic acid is made up of ribose sugar phosphate molecule and four type of nitrogen bases, which is adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. The nucleotide, that is smallest unit of the chain of the RNA molecule, is formed by combination of ribose sugar and phosphate molecule and one of the nitrogenous bases. Large number of nucleotides are bonded to form the macromolecule of RNA. According to the function, there are types of RNA, three types of RNA. First, ribosomal RNA. So, in ribosomal RNA, the new molecule of RNA which is component of the ribosomes organelle is called a ribosomal RNA. Ribosome perform the function of protein synthesis. Means proteins are synthesis or produced in the ribosomal RNA. The next is the messenger RNA or mRNA. The RNA molecule that carries the information of protein synthesis from gene, that is DNA chain, in the cell nucleus to ribosome in the cytoplasm, which produce the proteins, is called messenger RNA. Third one is the transfer RNA or tRNA. The RNA molecule which according to the message of messenger RNA carries the amino acid up to the ribosomes is called transfer RNA. Mendel's principle of heredity. So genetic material is transferred in equal quantity from parents to progeny. Principles of heredity are based upon this fact. If both the parents make equal contribution to inheritance of characteristics, which characteristics will appear in progeny? Mendel carried out research in this direction and put forth the principle of heredity responsible for such inheritance. The experiment performed by Mendel almost a century ago are quite astonishing. So, all of Mendel's experiments were based upon the visible characteristics of the pea plant. The scientific name of the pea plant is the Pisum sativum. These characteristics are as follows, like dominant and recessive. Okay, so shape of seed may be round and wrinkled, color of seed yellow or green, color of flowers purple or white, shape of pod inflated or constricted, color of pod green or yellow. Even the position of flower axillary or terminal, height of the plant tall or drop. Even some characteristics can be studied in human being like dominant and recessive. The dominant character is like rolling turn and recessive like non-rolling turn, presence of hair on arms, absence of hair on arm, black and curly hair, brown and straight hair, free earlobe or attached earlobe. So here, Gregor John Mendel, birth 20th century 1822, death 6th January 1884. Gregor John Mendel was an Austrian scientist. He studied the inheritance of some characteristics of the pea plant. He showed that inheritance of these characteristics follows certain principle. Later, this principle became popular by his name. Mendel's work was recognized only in 20th century. After reconfirmation of this principle, the same principle now form the basis of modern genetic. Okay, so according to the Mendel principle, let me see the monohybrid cross. So we shall study the following crosses to clearly understand the conclusion of Mendel's experiment. So in that first monohybrid cross. In this experiment, Mendel brought about the cross between two pea plants with only one pair of contrasting character. This type of cross is called a monohybrid cross. So as to study the monohybrid ratio, let us consider the characteristics of plant height with a pair of contrasting characteristics tall plant and dwarf plant. So in parental generation, that is P1, you can see the tall pea plant and dwarf pea plant were used in this cross. Hence, this is parent generation P1. Mendel referred to the tall and dwarf plant as a dominant and recessive respectively. The tall plant was referred to as dominant because all the plants in the next generation were tall. The dwarf plant was referred to as recessive because these characteristics did not appear in the next generation at all. This experiment has been presented by the Punnett square method. You can see here this square is the Punnett square method. So in P1 tall plant and dwarf plant in which their next generation will all the tall plant. So tall is the characteristics which is dominant here. Then selfing the F1 means first generation. If it is self cross, then depending upon this observation, Mendel process that the factor responsible for inheritance of characteristics are present in the pair. So today we refer to this factor as a gene. Dominant gene are denoted by capital letter whereas recessive gene are denoted by a small letter. As genes are present in the pair, tall plants are denoted by capital T and dwarf plant with the small t and small t. During the gametogenesis, these genes separate from each other. Due to this two type of gamete, one containing factor capital T and other containing small t are formed. You can see here. So first filial generation. In this experiment, the Mendel observed that all plants of first filial generation F1 were tall, but he realized that tall plants of F1 generation were different from the tall plants of P1 generation because parents of F1 tall plants are tall as well as dwarf plant. So depending upon observation of F1 generation, Mendel concluded that factor of tall plants are dominant over the factor of dwarf plant. Through all the plants in F1 generation were tall. They contain the factor responsible for dwarfness. That is, through the phenotype of F1 plant is tall, the genotype is mixed. Phenotype means external appearance or visible characteristics of organism. For example, tallness or dwarfness of plant, whereas genotype means the pair of gene or a factor which is responsible for the visible characteristics. So genotype of P1 tall plant is capital T and produces only the type of gametes that is capital T. Then genotype of F1 tall plant is the capital T and small t. Thus, based on this, we can say that in case of tall plants of F1 and P1 generation, though they show a similar phenotype, their genotype are different. Mendel further continued this experiment and brought about self-fertilization in F1 plant, from which a second filial F2 genotype was produced. So, in second filial generation, F2 in F2 both, that is tall and dwarf plant type of plants appeared. According to the data collected by Mendel, out of 929 pea plants, 705 were tall and 224 were short. Thus, phenotype ratio of this plant is 3 tall, 1 dwarf, and genotype ratio is 1 tall, 2 tall with a mix these factors, and 1 pure dwarf. So 1 as 2 as 1. Thus, it can be inferred that in the F2 generation, phenotypically there are 2 type of plants, whereas genotypically there are 3 type of plants. This type are shown here in the table. Okay. So 2 are homologous, 1 are homologous and which is tall, and 1 again homozygous, which is pure recessive dwarf plant, and heterozygous, that is F2 hybrid plant, that is tall plant. Okay. Then Mendel's dihybrid cross. So in the dihybrid cross, 2 pair of contrasting characteristics are under consideration. Mendel performed more experiment on hybridization, in which he considered more than one pair of contrasting character. He brought about a cross between a pea plant producing a rounded and yellow colored seed and pea plant with wrinkle and green colored seed. In this cross, 2 pair of contrasting characters were considered: colors of seed and shape of seed. Hence, it is called as dihybrid cross. So, in parental generation P1, Mendel selected the pea plant producing rounded yellow seed and wrinkle green seed as parent plant, as shown in this chart. So, during the gamete formation in P1 generation, the pair of gametes separated independently, that is capital R and capital Y. Okay, and for wrinkle green seed, smaller and small y. So it can be from the gamete here capital R and capital Y for the round yellow seed, and small r and small y for wrinkle green seed. So this is what the gametes form. Thus we can say that each pair of gene is represented in the gamete by only one gene from that pair. Based on the conclusion from the monohybrid cross, Mendel expected that in the F2 generation of dihybrid cross, plant would produce rounded yellow seed. He was proved right, though the genotype of this plant was capital R small r, capital Y small y. Their phenotype was like the parent producing rounded yellow seed, because yellow color is dominant over the green and round shape is dominant over wrinkled. Due to the combination of 2 different characteristics in the F1 generation of the dihybrid cross, these plants are called dihybrid plants. Plant of F1 generation of hybrid cross produce 4 type of gametes, that is, you can see here in the table, capital R, capital Y, capital R, small r, capital Y, and small r and small y. Same here in the vertical column. So F2 generation is formed through the selfing of F1 plant. The pattern of inheritance of characteristics from F1 to F2 is shown briefly here in the table. So about presentation in the form of ratio has been given in the box. The 16 different possible combination through the union of 4 type of male gamete and 4 type of female gamete are shown in chessboard like table, which is called as Punnett square or checkerboard. So male gamete are shown at the top of this table and female gamete are in the left column. Okay. So you can observe this. And here you can remove the genotypic ratio. Then genetic disorders. Diseases or disorders occurring due to the abnormalities in chromosomes and mutation in genes are called genetic disorder. Chromosomal abnormalities included either increase or decrease in number and deletion or translocation of any part of the chromosome. Example are physical disorders like cleft lip. Okay, you can see here with the baby's cleft lip. Okay, albinism in the second picture, and physiological disorders like sickle cell anemia and hemophilia, etc. So here you can see this table. Human beings have 46 chromosomes in the form of 23 pair. Okay, and there is a greater variation in size and shape of the chromosomal pair. This pair have been numbered out of 23 pair. 22 pairs are autosomes and one pair is a sex chromosome, which is called allosome. At the end you can see here. Chromosome in women are represented as 44 plus XX and in men as 44 plus XY. So Mendel had shown in his experiment that there is a exist two type of gene, dominant and recessive. If we take into account the number of chromosome in human cell, there is a sex related type, the type of gene on the chromosome, dominant and recessive. So we can see where genetic disorder originated, how they are inherited. So in the next, disorders due to chromosomal abnormalities. So these following are the disorders that occurs due to the numerical changes in the chromosomes. Offspring are not sterile if there is change in the number of autosomes is less. So instead, if there is a increases in number of any autosome pair, physical or mental abnormalities arises and the lifespan is a shortened with a shortened lifespan. Following are some disorders. So first is the Down syndrome or trisomy of 21st chromosome. So Down syndrome is a disorder arising due to the chromosomal abnormality. This is the first discovered and described chromosomal disorder in human being. This disorder is characterized by the presence of 47 chromosome. It is described as trisomy of 21st chromosome. Why it is called as trisomy at 21st chromosome? So let me see again this table. You can see this 21st pair. Okay. So here one more extra chromosome is present, and due to this it should be pair, but instead of pair it one more it is added, so it is 3. Okay, so called as the trisomy at 21st pair. Infant with this disorder have one extra chromosome with 21st pair in every cell of their body. Therefore, they have 47 chromosome instead of 46. Children suffering from Down syndrome are usually mentally retarded and have a short lifespan. Other symptoms include short height, short wide neck, flat nose, short fingers, scanty hair, single horizontal crease on palm, and a life expectancy is about 60 to 20 years. Then second one is the Turner syndrome or monosomy of X chromosome. So instead of XX, there is only X chromosome. So no pair is there in the sex chromosome. And as with autosome, abnormalities in sex chromosome also cause some disorders. Turner syndrome or 44 plus XX, 44 plus X arises due to the either inheritance of only one X chromosome from parent or due to inactivation of the gender related part of X chromosome. So instead of the normal 44 plus XX condition, women suffering the Turner syndrome chose a 44 plus X condition. Such women are sterile, means that is unable to have children due to improper growth of the reproductive organ. The next third one is the Klinefelter syndrome. This disorder arises in men due to the abnormalities in sex chromosome. So in these disorders, men have one extra X chromosome, hence their chromosomal condition become 44 plus XXY. So instead of 44 plus XY, so there is an extra X sex chromosome. So due to such men are sexually sterile because their reproductive organs are not well developed. Next, disorders or diseases occurring due to the mutation in single gene. Disorders or diseases occurring due to the mutation in any single gene into a defective one are called monogenic disorders. Approximately 4,000 different disorders of this type are known due to abnormal gene. Their products are either produced in a insufficient quantity or not at all. It causes abnormal metabolism that may lead to the death at tender age, means in small age. Example of such disorder are Huntington disease, Tay Sachs disease, galactosemia, phenylketonuria, sickle cell anemia, cystic fibrosis, albinism, hemophilia, night blindness, etc. So in that two we will see clear, means briefly, that is albinism and sickle cell anemia. So in albinism, this is the genetic disorders. Our eye, skin and hair have color due to brown pigment or melanin. In this disease, the body cannot produce melanin. The skin becomes pale, hair are white and eyes are usually pink due to absence of melanin pigment in the retina and sclera. Then second one is the sickle cell anemia. Even minor changes in molecular structure of protein and DNA may lead to the disease or disorder. Normal hemoglobin has glutamic acid as the sixth amino acid in its molecular structure. However, if it is replaced by valine, the shape or structure of the hemoglobin molecule changes. Due to this, the erythrocyte or red blood corpuscle, which are normally biconcave, so you can see in this diagram, okay, if it is the normally the red blood cell is the biconcave, it becomes sickle shape. Okay, it becomes sickle shape. This condition is called sickle cell anemia. The oxygen carrying capacity of hemoglobin in such individual is very low. In this condition, clumping and thereby destruction of erythrocyte occur. Most often as a result, blood vessels are obstructed and circulatory system, brain, lungs, kidneys, etc. are damaged. Sickle cell anemia is hereditary disease. It occurs due to change in gene during the conception. If the father and mother are both affected by sickle cell anemia, or if they are carriers of these disorders, their offspring are likely to suffer from this disease. Hence, marriages between the persons who are carriers of or suffering from sickle cell anemia should be avoided. So there are two type of person affected by sickle cell anemia. For sickle cell anemia carries, that is denoted by AS. Okay, AS carries, and second suffer from sickle cell anemia, that is SS, capital S, capital S. Symptoms of sickle cell anemia: swelling of hand and leg, pain, joint, severe general body itches, frequent cold and cough, constant low grade fever, exhaustion, pale face, low hemoglobin content. So this table show if a symbols AA means normal. So suppose man and woman are normal, both are, so their progeny both parents are normal. Then suppose man or woman is carries, okay, either normal or carries, or woman either normal or carries. So their 50% progeny is normal and 50% is a carries. If one parent is normal and one is carried. And here you can see all progeny will be carries if one parent is normal and one is suffer. Here 25% progeny is normal and 25% suffer, and 50% is carries if both parents are carriers. Sorry. 50% progeny carries and 50% suffer if one parent is carrier and one is suffer. And if all progeny will suffer if both parents are suffer. So there is a very serious about the marriage between such a person who are carried and suffering from sickle cell anemia should be avoided. Then next is interrelationship between tobacco addiction and cancer. So before that, some remedies to this disease means sickle cell anemia disease can be cured, or remedies are there. The disease is spread in only one way, that is reproduction. Hence husband and wife should be get blood examined either before or marriage or after it. So, first, a carrier or sufferer should avoid marriage with another carrier or sufferer. And second, a person suffering from sickle cell anemia should take a tablet of folic acid daily to avoid it. Then, mitochondrial disorders. Mitochondrial DNA may also become defective due to mutation. During fertilization, mitochondria are contributed by the egg cell, that is ovum alone. Hence, mitochondrial diseases are inherited from the mother only. Labor hereditary optic neuropathy is an example of mitochondrial disorders. The next is the disorders due to mutation in multiple gene, that is polygenic disorders. Sometimes disorders arises due to the mutation in more than one gene. In most such disorders, their severity increases due to effect of environmental factors on the fetus. Common example of such disorders are cleft lip, cleft palate, constricted stomach, spina bifida, or defected of spinal cord, etc. Beside it, diabetes, blood pressure, heart disorders, asthma, obesity are also polygenic disorders. So, polygenic disorders do not strictly follow Mendel's principle of heredity. These disorders arises from a complex interaction between environment or lifestyle and defect in several genes. Now, next, interrelation between tobacco addiction and cancer. Cancer means uncontrolled growth of cell. So many people consume tobacco either by smoking or by chewing. Consumption of tobacco in any form can cause cancer. Smoking of cigarette and bidi adversely affect the process of digestion. It causes a burning sensation in the throat and cough. Excessive smoking causes instability and trembling of fingers. A dry cough causes sleeplessness. Tobacco consumption can also lead to shortening of lifespan, chronic bronchitis, chronic means incurable, then pericarditis, cancer of the lungs, mouth, larynx, that is voice box, pharynx, pancreas, urinary bladder, etc. So harmful effect of uh, this smoking are due to the nicotine present in tobacco. It affects the central and peripheral nervous system. Arteries become hard, that is, it causes the arteriosclerosis and hypertension. Tobacco smoke contain harmful chemicals like pyrimidine, ammonia, aldehyde, furfural, carbon monoxide, nicotine, sulfur dioxide, etc. They causes uncontrolled cell division. Tobacco smoke is full of minute carbon particle which cause the normal tissue of the lung to transfer into thickened black tissue. This causes the cancer. While chewing tobacco or tobacco products, much of extract is absorbed into the body. Excessive tobacco consumption may causes the cancer of lips, tongue, and visual disorders or tremors. To protect one's body from cancer, one must avoid the smoking, consumption of tobacco and tobacco products if any in any form. So here we are end up with the lesson. Thank you for watching this video. If you like my video, then press on the like button. If you have any problems regarding the lesson, you can ask me in comment section. We will meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.